in my card business, 3D printing has probably been one of the most valuable tools at my disposal. And today, I'd like to try to convince you that it should be one of yours too. If you don't already have a printer, or if you do, maybe you start using it for your card shop or card business, whatever you want to call it. But so right here, I have basically little card buffers for expensive cards, and these alone save me quite a bit of money. So let me show you what's going on with this. Essentially, they look like these whenever I get them printed. This one's a little bit too flimsy, so I double it up. I normally print them in PETG or ASA. This is PLA because I was trying to be quick, and that whole batch usually takes a while. The ones that most people are familiar with that I'm trying to replace here is these guys. You take your top loader, you stick everything to it, and try to get everything going. Now, what's going on here is sorry, this is a weird video, right? Anyway, so mailers. This cost me about an extra cent or two to make than it would be to order these guys in bulk. This envelope is a 4x6. I think they changed them to 4x8s, but this is 500 in a pack. The other ones are 250 in a pack. This will fit in the 250 in a pack, and this will fit in mine. Ha! So I'm able to save a little bit of money by making these myself. I also don't have to buy them in bulk. I can print them on demand. I don't have to have shelf space that I clearly don't have a lot of. But I don't have to spend all of my shelf space on items that I'm holding for later, because these do take up quite a bit of space if you're buying 500 to 1,000 of them at a time. And so I can just print these on demand. It's not that often that I get cards that sell over 50. They kind of sit for a while, and then seems like tax time or any type of special event time, you get a bunch of them that go out. But that might have been a little weird and quick, but this is the first thing that I utilize quite a bit. It's not the first thing that I designed, though. My first design is actually this guy. I'm still working on this, but this here. I designed this probably back in October, November. It might have been September, but probably October, November. But essentially, it holds the sleeves, the top loaders, and the team bags. Couldn't think of that. It's supposed to mount on the wall, and you should be able to pull the top loader out from the bottom. I am making a new design that will hold these as well, either in another compartment that will be able to pull from the bottom or on the side like the sleeves are. It will also mount on the wall, but I haven't mounted it to the wall yet because I'm waiting on finishing that design, and then I will have it up there. That one is my design, but this is not. So these little guys I found on MakerWorld, and I use them to store cards that are like in between projects. These are all on TCG Player, but I don't have any need to put them in my cabinet because this is all this direction art Magic and Pokemon. But primarily why I printed them is because if you got a lot of M's, a lot of S's, a lot of T's and R's, especially with Magic, then you can use these when you're using those trays down there, to kind of offload that while you're sorting. Helps out quite a bit. Cool. So that's that one. I also, for items that I need to take pictures of, like the Beckett slabs. Beckett slabs don't come with any preloaded imagery. So I made this to go into my light box. It sits in there, and I can put my phone on top of it. And I can put my phone on top of it, and then the slab just kind of goes underneath it, and then it's the perfect height for the right photo that I want. And then I'm going to take that off of there for now, but I also made these. These are stupidly simple design. I didn't put a lot of effort into it, but it does exactly what I need. I originally designed them for essentially like these cabinets, so they will sit in here, and allow me to kind of space things out. There's a couple of them at the back here. And then I have all of my other ones holding up my Lorcana sets. I have two different versions. One, this thin one is the one that I use for the 5-row monster boxes that go in these cabinets. Shout out to Cardinal Gaming. That was Mason's entire loadout. Highly recommend it. It's expensive, but it's way worth it. And then I have a thicker version, which is actually in those boxes down there, that works for the 5-row boxes. That's another one I designed for my other business. So I have like a little side project thing where I make wall mounts for remotes. It's just my little weird thing I do. But I have different types of tapes and stuff like that I put on the back of and make sure that they stay on. And so I made this to go onto my shelving to hold my scissors so I didn't lose them anymore. And then I also made the little bracket that goes over this bar, which is actually holding this onto my shelf. And then for that same business, I made these little brackets to hold my 3 kilogram spools to allow for me to not have to change those out because I print those quite a bit. But yeah, I have 4 printers. So I've got the big H2D, and then I've got the X1C sitting next to it. And then over here, if you can see it, I've got 2 A1 minis that print my wall mounts. I guess I should just go ahead and say the name, but that's the brand. And then this is actually what they are. They're just little mounts that stick to stuff. I have screw versions of some of them, but that's a whole separate business. Back to the card business. I also made these little guys which hold these slabs. I don't know if you can see in there, but they hold the slabs. They do not fit in the card boxes, but I'm able to basically put slabs on my shelf there because of that. And I feel like there's a whole bunch of other stuff I created. I've got Switch 2 mounts and a 3D scanner. Where's it at? So 3D scanner, my Switch 2 mounts. These don't really sell very well, but they're wall mounts for the Switch 2. And man, I thought I had so much stuff. Oh, I used to make a lot of dice boxes, but they didn't sell very well. So anyway, I wasn't getting a lot of 3D printer sales, so I started switching it over to making items for my own shop. I'm not trying to sell any products here, just trying to say there's a lot of stuff on Maker World that you can utilize. My stuff's not on there other than these brackets. These are on Maker World. People seem to like these quite a bit. Anyway, trying to get used to making videos, trying to get better at it in this fashion. I know it's a little crazy, but just trying to take over the card world one day at a time, and this is where I'm at. I feel like I had another thing. What is my other thing? So many stuffs. But that's me for today. Thanks for watching. I hope this was at all helpful. If you need any tips, help, shoot, if you just need a design, reach out. I'll help you out. This passion project, business, whatever you want to call it, we each get better at it by sharing knowledge. I learned from a lot of great people, and I hope to put information back out that will help create more great people, or also help me become one if I ever can. So thanks everybody for watching. Hope you have a good day. Best of luck. Hope you sell a bunch today, and have a good weekend.